this, what we're doing now.
You're recording?
Yeah, sure. So Carlo wants a test run. Let's do a test run. Anyway, it's all a test run. Look, property roundtable is a casual talk. It's two people who know.
You don't have to make it too formal.
Exactly.
Who
know very little about what they're talking about, hopefully slightly more. And they really would be able to hopefully add value to everyone out there. Carlo is somebody who have dealt with the Dubai property market since
Dubai property market, 14 years.
14 years
but
now.
20 years in total.
In total between France, Italy.
Italy first, France second, and Dubai third.
And at the same time, Carlos specializes in selling Dubai property to the Italian market.
Exactly.
So it's very interesting for everyone who wants to sell a property to an international customer, or everyone who owns a property in Dubai, and every developer and every broker, to see the view of the Italian, European, international consumer or property buyer to the Dubai property market and to Dubai property areas. What is he looking for? And why would he purchase something rather than other? This is what we're chatting with Carlo about today.
Yeah.
And as per Nicola, trust me, I can just have him run for 15 hours. He will never go wrong with Carlo. So tell us, look, you've been very successful selling to Italian consumers.
Yeah.
You have a reputation of doing the right kind of sales. You're one of the very few, because we have many international agents who join us, who sell only to international. Although I don't call you international, you're Dubai local now. He's living in Dubai and does Dubai mainly, only. However, you care about the customer. You don't try to do heat sales. And that's why there are some developers that you don't sell for.
Exactly.
And definitely without mentioning them.
Yeah.
And you have a reputation of growing cumulative success with customers. Yeah. So what is the customer looking for today? Italian customer, again, which resembles the international customer.
So first I want to tell you that I believe that my approach is a different approach. Why? Because mostly I'm more an investor than an agent. The approach of the agent is just, I call them commission oriented. But if you have...
Not all of them, to be very fair to agents.
Commission oriented.
Yeah, not all of them.
This is not bad to be commission oriented, but the approach to select the right location in Dubai, or the right project, or the right building, or the right property, the approach from the eye of an investor is a different approach.
Sure.
So you are more critical. You can understand the pros and cons more than the agent.
And you know what mistakes you don't do.
The agent, they think how much they are going to get as a commission, but if you have the approach of the investor, you think of the consequence of their purchase in terms of revenues, in terms of resale, and so you can give better suggestion, better advice to your customer. This is the difference. What they are looking for, Europeans, mostly my customers, they are looking for something that before they were not willing to buy. For example, they want to buy larger apartment. Before they were looking more for studio, one bedroom.
Why?
Now because the budget. Okay. Now with the same budget.
So something that they weren't able to afford.
And
now they afford. Okay.
Yeah, I meant that. So now they can afford to buy larger units in a better location, and so the market now is full of opportunities, like never before. Never before you can have the opportunities that you
Actually, I'm seeing it through the requests from your customers.
Yeah.
Because in general, your requests, mainly if we talk marina, your requests were for studios or small one bedrooms.
Yeah.
Now, the requests that we're getting are for 2-bedroom and even 3-bedroom with full sea view a few days ago. So, okay, is this only a matter of affordability, or is there anything else changing in their behavior?
There is something else that is changing. I saw a massive increase of requests from not only investors, but also people that they want to move to Dubai.
Move for what? For retirement?
Living for good.
Okay.
They decided to move to Dubai.
Why would they decide to move?
I don't know actually their personal reason, and actually, I try to understand why. I believe that Europe, especially I'm talking about Italy, they don't give maybe to entrepreneur, to businessmen, the same space and security that they had before. They don't see the future like
Is
before.
taxation maybe?
Taxation and market, and also the people are start finally understanding that they have to think internationally, not only think about their market. For example, people that they
So they're moving here as a matter of choice.
No matter
a lifestyle
they
choice.
get rid of their asset in Italy and they move.
Okay. So are they moving here and they're building businesses here, or are they moving here? Are they moving here to build businesses here, or are they moving here just to, I see a beautiful place that I can spend 4 or 5 months of my year. Every 2 months I spend a month here or so, and then I still run my business in Italy or elsewhere.
I tell you,
what are they moving?
Part of them, they are wealthy people, wealthy individuals that they decide to, okay, I'm a middle age and I'm tired of working. I have enough money to move, buy property, and they expect to get a good income from properties, from the rent, so they can live basically without working. Okay. Some of them. Another part of them, there is an increase of business online. Some individuals, they have business online.
Can work from anywhere.
A lot of them, let's say, is the majority of people that they get in touch with me, and they just want to move their resident to a country that is more mitigate with a tax, like Dubai. In Italy, unfortunately, the taxation is quite high. We reach more than 45-50% in some cases. Wow. So they think to move just because they have an advantage, a big advantage in terms of saving tax. Okay. And also they love Dubai, because we have to consider that many people, they knew about Dubai just recently. I studied a statistic that say that only 2% of the Italian population came to Dubai at least once.
2%
so
only?
2%.
Really?
Yeah, 2%.
But how many of them dream Dubai? Because again, I believe that I talk to people in Montreal, in Boston, in Michigan, and maybe they don't know the other state beside them. Maybe they don't know where's Venezuela, but they all know where's Dubai. Their dream Dubai is there.
They know where is Dubai. Maybe they saw video, they saw TV program, they saw pictures, they heard about all the information about Dubai, but they never came.
Okay.
They never
landed
in Dubai and stood
so that shows the potential in
for
European.
a minimum 3 days. So only 2%. The reason is that, Italians, they don't speak too much English. They don't speak English that much, me also. and they have some misconception about Middle East also. Okay. Still is there. Okay. They think that, it's not a free country, that I cannot drink alcohol. They see some people.
Is it that is not available in the Western world? Is it because we are not marketing ourselves in Italian to Italians? Or because if you go to the UK or if you go to the US, you wouldn't find people thinking that Dubai has this issue, regardless of the Middle East.
Yeah, but more or less there are misinformation, believe me, because of the many fake news about Dubai. I in the last 14 years, I read many fake news about Dubai, or exaggerating the reality, okay? And then some people, they have this misconception.
Facebook translates some of your posts on Facebook to me, and I read some of them. Okay. And I see that you deal always with that, the wrong view about a portion of the market or about the market.
Yeah.
Do you think that this is changing with more people aware and with more people coming here? So do you feel that the consumer that's coming here buying property or buying luxury items or living here is passing on a positive experience? Are we successful in doing that now?
It's going to take time, but I believe that the path is that.
So are they happy? Because there was a time where people used to say, oh man, it's just so expensive, or oh man, there's nothing for me to do, or whatever. Is it improving? Are we seeing that whoever is coming is going back with positive feedback and positive news about us?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
We're seeing that.
Yes.
So
The
are they...
experience in Dubai, when you experience Dubai, then you understand how is life in Dubai, the actual quality.
Are they buying villas? We're talking with Nicola now about the drive from UAE residents going to villas, doing to townhouses, places where that have a garden. Yeah, Nicola is sitting there and saying, no, wait, we haven't. So, are you seeing that the Italian consumer, international buyer who is living in Europe or not living in Dubai, has the same appetite, or no? Their appetite is still for marina, beachfront, Palm Jumeirah, downtown property. What are you seeing?
I believe there is a mix of that.
Okay.
Families, they tend to prefer townhouses or villas.
And you're seeing that on your case as well?
Yeah.
And
especially when
for
they
people
buy,
they want to move in.
When they buy for themselves, they prefer villas.
And what about people who are buying who want just to invest?
Investor, they prefer to invest in apartments.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're still seeing the same route taken. They're not considering today that maybe the future of the net return on a villa may be better.
In general, I see investor. I'm talking about investor that they expect a return from the rent. They prefer apartment.
Okay.
But if you have an investor that is more, let's say, speculating, they know that through a townhouse or a villa to renovate, that's the speculation.
Which is what we're working on since some months and is working well. You've been so successful last year with something like District 1.
Yeah.
So, which gives me an indication that people are not looking just for a cheap solution. Actually, people learned that we're not rich to buy cheap. Do not buy cheap property. It's cheap for a reason. And this is exactly the expression you used a few days ago. It's cheap for a reason.
Yeah.
So, do you feel that there is a move towards more quality of lifestyle, quality of tenant, now while properties are not as easy to rent as it used to be?
This is, I cannot say that. I can say that when you ask me about the quality, everybody understands the quality. Everybody understands
the value of
the value and the beautiness of something. So I believe that
But has the behavior changed? The behavior of somebody looking, I need the cheapest property in Sports City or whatever, or no, hasn't?
No. I believe that the developer, mainly they try to understand that the trend is going to build quality more than before.
Okay.
Especially in terms of finishing. Because before you had a nice structure, I heard what Nicola said, and Emar is doing a good job in terms of landscaping and community facilities, but if you talk about interiors and finishings are very low quality.
Not always the case. I always say when people talk about, for example, they say
our standard is another. In Italy,
I'll give you an example, Carlo. You talk about you say Nakhil have done a bad job on shoreline, for example, quality-wise. I would tell you for the price it was sold for. It's not a bad job. Again, it's what you're paying for. It's what you're paying for.
Yes, so what you pay for.
So you can't say Amar have done a bad job on such a project because in general it's what you paid for.
It's what you paid.
If you compare it to internationally and to other projects in town also, I believe in general there is developers who kept a standard.
Yeah.
Okay. Now yes, it slips here, it goes up there. You get positively surprised from a developer on one project. You get negatively surprised from a developer on another, which probably happens everywhere. But the well-formed developers, the mature developers now are not doing the mistakes of amateurs, the mistakes of somebody who's just trying, design issues. They're not doing that. So I believe it's fair enough to say that what is being built now, and most importantly, is the consumer is looking at, I want to see a show apartment. And a show apartment is supposed to be similar to what you're building there.
Yeah.
An SPA that has slightly more detail than it used to have 20 years ago. 20 years ago, you used to have an SPA that had no detail about the quality. Now you have sometimes more than the quality. Sometimes you have the details of quality, plus you have the brands of the material or like. Yeah?
The new projects are much more better than 15 years ago.
It should match the expectations. And I believe, yes, some people have been sold wrong expectations, which is our problem in general when that happens. I believe the market have evolved. Dubai Land Department have imposed several guidelines and rules and procedure to avoid most of that. And I believe we're beyond that mostly. Not all over, but mostly. But it's fair point to make that yes, that was there for a considerable period of time. When we talk now about the Italian and international investor looking at Dubai and buying property in Dubai, we said he's buying bigger property in general if he wants to use it, and he appreciates the value in the quality, and they also appreciate the quality of lifestyle that people can live. Now, have they changed the areas? Have they evolved with the evolution of the city? I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
The city 10 years ago, the center of the city was, for example, Marina. When it comes to a waterfront living, Palm Jumeirah, when it comes, has it become, for example, when it comes to a future of middle class housing, have it gone Dubai South? Or no, it hasn't?
Dubai South in specific, not yet.
Not yet.
But
Dubai Land?
Dubai Land, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're still going on that
Yeah.
route, maybe because we need more education for people to be more comfortable with the areas that are upcoming, because those areas have not happened yet, are happening now as we go.
Dubai is still a city under construction. We have to consider that.
Which is a positive thing in many ways.
Positive thing,
for everyone.
yes. So, they did a miracle in the last 10 to 15 years. They transformed completely.
When we were chatting with you and David a few days ago, it was mentioned that you've done great even in the lockdown, through the lockdown.
Yeah.
Which is the only we're stopped for 2 weeks probably, which was lockdown in Italy as well maybe. Yeah. And after that, you've done good.
Yeah, good.
And transactions happened. Although you're dealing with international buyers mostly.
Especially of planned purchase, very good. Very good during these 6 months. It was not expected actually, because when I saw lockdowns here and there, I said, oh my.
Where do you see, when you talk today to your investors or end users, where do you see their appetite going for the future? Do you feel that this trend will continue? End users will go more towards villas, townhouses. Investors will go more towards property, which is beachfront, higher, I wouldn't say higher return, higher quality probably. Is this the route that they're going? Are they going far away future-wise? Are they going far away from cheaper property that may seduce them with higher returns initially, but may have an issue with the long run?
If you want to know from my point of view...
From your experience now.
From your experience, they are not looking for very cheap properties, no. They prefer to buy smaller unit if they have a lower budget, but still focused on locations.
Okay.
Yeah.
So location again.
Yeah.
And they're still on that.
Yeah.
And the locations, as it seems to me, are still the same locations. So they haven't changed fundamentally. What are they looking at?
Sorry?
It hasn't changed fundamentally what they're looking at. The locations are still the same.
Location.
Locations. Perfect. Is there anything you would like to add?
I would like to add, when Nicola was talking before and talking about materials and what to do with these villas to renovate. And I remember an article in the newspaper happened in, I believe, beginning of 2000 in Italy, that they found in a garage in the countryside, they found an old Ferrari that was rusty, abandoned, and it was a Ferrari from the 60s, I don't remember exactly, that had a value of millions. And it was just necessary to put this Ferrari in the hand of a good, mechanic or a good, body shop that they do, that make it renovated, and the value goes from zero, that was there abandoned with the chicken inside the car, to million. So why this article came to my mind, that if you find the right villa in the right location,
you may
maybe
find
in a
Ferraris with
very bad condition, and you call Nicola, you make the renovation with the smart materials, because it's very important to choose the materials, not the very expensive one, but the good one that they are not so expensive.
And this is something we found. Many things that you think you can't afford, you'll be able to afford if value engineering is done properly.
Exactly.
And the best thing about it is duplication. Our ability to do that once and twice and thrice successfully will make us better at it every time we do it, because will make us better at selecting the material, removing the non-needed moves, the wastage, and saves on time with time. So we used to say we need 40, 50, 60 days maybe to do a villa. Now we can do a villa maybe in 20, 30 days, depending on what is needed in the villa. And that's very important. You add to that the taste of Fuad again in stayhome.com.
Make something unique.
Yes. When you add that, every time stayhome.com touched a house, we found a recent experience, a property which is a one bedroom. There's not much in a one bedroom to do. The owner chose not to furnish it even, just the transformation of the looks of it. Was not renting for 70,000 dirhams. It was on Palm Jumeirah. It's a beautiful one bedroom with 1,360 square foot. We've done the transformation in stayhome.com in less than 15 days, 11 days actually. It was rented for 87,000 if I'm not mistaken, if my memory doesn't fail me. It's like a month and 2 months ago, 85 or 87,000. That growth is more than 20% of the rental value, which is a great achievement in my opinion in a very short space of time. So it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it to give it to a professional who has the right tools and the right taste to do it.
Yeah.
So what we're telling people is, call Arms and McGregor, sure, call Carlo, sure, but also you need Projecto, stagehome.com to do your house for the long run and the taste for every day, so that you can enjoy the right lifestyle.
Yes.
Anything to add?
It's okay. Done.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Follow
Ciao.
Carlo.
Ciao.
Follow us. Subscribe to our channel. Elias reminds me every time, like us, comment positively, never comment negatively. Comment as you wish. We're pleased to see all your comments, and we're happy to have you at the Property Roundtable. Till next time, ciao.
See you next time. Ciao.